G'day guys, Matt here from Not in the Manual. Got some good news today. Tesla Australia have finally released enhanced autopilot. So for those of us that didn't think full self-driving package was worth it, we've now got a cheaper option. And I'm going to assess this over the next couple of days to see whether I think it's worth it and give you my opinion. I didn't think the full self-driving package was worth it. I trialled it for the 48-hour refund period, and I wasn't overly impressed with the parking function. I thought the auto lane change was pretty good, and the summon, yeah, I wasn't sure. I think sometimes you could use that in a tight place if you get parked in a car park shopping centre, or if you've got a tight garage where it's difficult for you to open the doors. Once you're inside, you can stop the car in front of your garage and then, you know, drive it forward using summon to get it in. So I think if you're in those situations, that would be a great feature to have. Now this package at $5,100 is basically half price of the full self-driving package, but you get a lot of the same features that are available. The only thing you don't get is the stop-start at stop signs and traffic lights. Now with this enhanced autopilot, so just to cover what you get navigate on autopilot, which is once you get onto a freeway situation, the car will navigate from entry to exit on the freeway. It can overtake slow vehicles automatically for you, and do all those sort of things, but you can read up on that, and I'll be doing some tests on that as well. Today I just want to talk to you about the package, what's on offer, and the fact that it's released. You get auto lane change, which is the feature that I'm most happy about, auto lane change. So I use autopilot on roads like this, multi-lane roads. I have main roads, multi-lanes. I use on my commute to work, and it's annoying having to disable auto steer and change lanes and then re-enable. It's a bit of a clunky system, and I think it's a little bit distracting. I've been using that for a while, and I still find it a little bit annoying having to re-engage that. It can be a bit jerky when it re-engages if you're not in the center of the lane. And I think as a safety thing, it's great to have this auto lane change, and I think it just adds that extra layer of safety to your lane changes when you're using autopilot. So I'll do that. I'll demonstrate down here further on this road. This is a multi-lane road. It's a 60 km/h zone, so you can use it on the slower speed roads. You get auto park, which is for parallel and for what we call parallel parking, and like your normal shopping centre parking as well. So I'll be trying that out. I wasn't that impressed with the parking thing. I did have auto park on my Volkswagen Tiguan before this car, and I was never really impressed with that either. I think the auto park systems are very clunky is the word to describe. They're very hit and miss as to whether they find parking spots. They can be very distracting. You're trying to look down at the screen and see whether it's found a parking spot. So I've never been really impressed. It'd be interesting to see if Tesla have improved that since I tried it out almost a year ago. And then we have the summon features. There's summon, and then there is the other summon feature where you can summon the car to your position. Now I don't know whether that works here. I'll give it a try and see if that works, and I'll report back on that. I'll do a video on each of these features and just keep them short videos, a quick review of each of the features, and we'll go from there, and I'll give you my opinion. But I'm happy Tesla have decided to do this. I think it's going to be a very popular thing. I enjoy driving. I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about full self-driving. I'd love to be able to send the car to pick people up. That would be great. But while I'm driving, I enjoy driving. I like the autopilot system, but I don't really feel like I need the car to be driving me to door to door. I don't know. My opinion may change as time goes on, but we'll see what happens. But once I get through this set of lights here, I'll give you a demo of the auto lane change, and it's been working pretty well for me so far. I purchased the enhanced autopilot this morning as soon as I found out about it, and yeah, I'm just going to give it a really good test this time. It's a weekend. When I bought the full self-driving package, it was a weekday, and yeah, I'm always in a rush somewhere. On the weekends, it's not too bad. I got a bit more time to look at these things. So next couple of days, I'll be assessing this, and I'll let you know my thoughts. So I'll just give you a quick demo of the auto lane change. Engaged autopilot. You can see here, I'm probably not going to get an opportunity yet. But the good thing with the auto lane change is you can engage the signal even when it's not clear. So I'm not clear to change lanes yet, but once it becomes clear, it's now found, oh, it timed out, I think. Well, there's, okay, I'll let this car get past me. Everyone likes to go well above the speed limit along here, so I'm doing 60 and everyone's coming up and overtaking me. But I'll indicate to lane change now. Let's see if this works. Auto lane change unavailable. Just shows you, I'm going to leave that in because this system, it just shows you how clunky these systems are. They don't always work. I'll try and change lanes back into the other lane here. See if it'll work. Yes, it's worked that time. You can see it finds the opening. I think for some reason it's very, the thing is you want this system to be overcautious as well. Let's see if it'll auto lane change here on a corner. It has. So you can see there I've just done 2 safe lane changes here. And this scenario isn't as straightforward as a freeway situation. I imagine it's a little bit more reliable. I think it may just find things here that aren't safe, you know, possibly it was sun glare in the camera or whatever, but it just didn't feel safe enough to change lanes before. So yeah, guys, I'll come back to you. I just wanted to do this quick little video to announce that it's released and that I've purchased it to try it for a couple of days. If I'm not happy with it, I'm just going to request a refund for it. It's still a lot of money, and it's got to be worthwhile. So it's nice that Tesla allow you they give you a 48-hour window for a refund. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I won't have to do that. I think it's much more affordable at this price for those that aren't really too fussed about full self-driving. I think really Australia is going to be the last to get that, in my opinion. I don't see. I think it's still in the beta stages in America, so they're trying to negotiate all those American roads and signs and situations. Then they're going to be looking at Europe, UK. I think Australia is going to be well down the list. So I think that's a long way away. You're better off to save your money, in my opinion. And I think this is a great thing. I've been waiting for this enhanced autopilot to be offered here. I think that's much more reasonable. It's a lot cheaper than a lot of add-on prices for other car manufacturers, what they ask for those sort of systems. So I think it's still pretty reasonable. All right, guys, I'll report back once I've tested a couple of features and talk to you then.